Guys, this is another edition of your regular tutorial in English language. Today we'll be talking about primary auxiliaries. Primary auxiliaries, or let me say primary auxiliary verbs. Those who are speakers of English language, native speakers, as well as those who adopted English language as their official language, they will understand what I mean by primary auxiliary. Okay? But those who are non-native English language speaker, maybe they use it as second official language or third official language, they may not readily understand what we are talking about when we say primary auxiliary. Okay? Primary auxiliary is also known as primary auxiliary verbs, meaning to say there is a group of verbs, okay, among the category of auxiliary verb that is known as primary auxiliary verbs. These primary auxiliary verbs, okay, is our focus in today's lesson. We are going to look into what primary auxiliary verb is. What are the functions of primary auxiliary verb? How can they be used? How can we make statement with them without making mistake in English language? Okay? There are five of them. 5 primary auxiliary verbs in English language. These primary auxiliary verbs can either be singular or plural. Of course, you know, when something is singular, it has to work with singular subject because it is an established rule, a known rule in English language, that your subject determines the verb to use. So back to primary auxiliaries. Okay? They can either be singular or plural. Now, let us start this way. The first among the list of primary auxiliary verb is this, is. That is is. Is. Is used as a singular primary auxiliary level, okay, which functions at present tense level. It means to say that is, as one of the primary auxiliary verbs, okay, is singular and at the same time can be used at present tense level. So when you have a subject, okay, which is singular and the information you want to pass is present, make use of is. Okay? And how can we do this? For example, look at this. He, she, it is a. He, she, it is what? Is a. Okay? Don't get it confused, okay? He is a. She is a. It is a. Okay, I want you to understand that each of these, that is he, she, it, they are all subject pronoun. Each of them can stand as a subject of a sentence. and each of them is what? Singular. Therefore, I can have something like he is here. She is here. It is here. You get it now? So, when you have a singular subject and you want to use primary auxiliary verb, the right primary auxiliary verb for you to use is what? Is. Okay? Now, let's move on from there. The next one for us to talk about is was. Was. Was, like is also singular. But in terms of tense, it is what? Different. It is the past form of is. That is, we use it to qualify action that happened in the past. Action that has been done and dusted in the past. Okay? So, when you have an action that has been done already, okay, 30 seconds, okay, back, a minute back, 2 minutes back, a week, month, and thereabout, okay, and you want to use primary auxiliary verb, and the subject is singular, make use of what? Is. Okay? How can I do this? Look at this example. He was here yesterday. He was here yesterday. Now let's try to make a grammatical analysis of what I've just said. He is a what? Singular subject. Because it is singular subject, it, involves singular verb. But in terms of tense, that is time of the action, it is in what? Past tense. Because it is singular and at the same time it is past tense, then I'm qualified to use was. He was here yesterday. That is why I wrote past tense what? Singular. That is the established rule, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Now, having understood that, let's talk about her. That is A-R-E. A-R-E. It is important and imperative for me to be spelling this word. For you. Because her can also mean this another thing in English language. It can also be an object pronoun which is used for the feminine. Okay, that is H-E-R. We will soon talk about those one. Okay, but right now let's shift our focus to primary auxiliary. Okay, her, A-R-E. Okay, that is plural present tense. Okay, plural present tense of primary auxiliary verb. Okay, ordinarily you know that anything that is called plural involves more than one. It then means that when you have 2, 3, 4, it may be persons, it may be items, it may be persons, it may be items, it may be anything. Okay, in as much as such things exist in plural form, and you want to make use of primary auxiliary verb at present tense level, the time of action indicates something that happened presently, make use of what? Her. Okay, now we are going to analyze this with this following example. We are here now. They are here now. You are here now. Look at we. It's a subject pronoun. But this subject, this pronoun, before we can use it, it must what? Be plural. Because it is plural, it indicates plural. Okay, that was why I have her. Look at they. Okay, they is also plural. Now let me try to chip in something. Somebody might wonder, what is the difference between we and they? Okay, there is a difference. When you talk of we, okay, it means you include yourself. It may be you and another person. Now you call both of you together, you say we. Okay? One, you as the speaker, when you are involved in the subject, that is when we can use we. Okay? Let's assume that I'm involved in the statement now. Okay? I'm part of the people that are somewhere yesterday. I can now say we are here yesterday. Plural subject, plural primary auxiliary verb. They means you are not involved. You are making reference to what? Two people, two items or more. That is when it is appropriate for us to use they. And that is why we can also have they are here now. What about you? You are here now. You see, basically you, okay, refer to a single person. That is in reality. But in grammar, you function as plural. And that is why we have you are here now. I believe you've taken in that, okay? Now the next one is where, which is W-E-R-E. This is also plural. It is the plural form of her, meaning that before we can use where, we must also have plural items, plural person, plural place that we are making reference to. The difference is that it is the what? Past tense of are. The past tense of her is what? Were. Okay? Look at it. We were there last what? Last year. We were there last year. The plural, okay? The past form of this is this. You get it? But both of them, they are what? Plural. Only the time of the action that separates both of them. Why her is present tense, where is what? Past tense. The last one, am. Am. That is her. am, ham. Basically, ham is used when you are making reference to yourself. You are making reference to yourself at the present tense level. That is when you are authorized. That is when you can appropriately make use of what? Ham. That is am. Look at it. I am here now. I am here now. Or for example, I am teaching grammar right now. I am teaching grammar right now. Do you see now? I'm making reference to myself. So there, when you make reference to yourself, use what? Am. A-M. So far, so good. That is what we have under primary auxiliary. Make constant practice with this so that it can become part of your system.